I banged him. And that's when
now he 5 shots deep. Now he 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots deep. I'ma need a second. All this liquor got me second guessing, yeah. Now he 5 shots deep. Now he 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots deep.
What's up, S&S Squad? It's your boy Snook back with another video. Now, before we get all the way into this video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and hit that post notification bell so you can be notified every single video I post. So, without further ado, let's get right into this video. Now, as you guys can see by the title, it says story time about my first fight. Yes, about my first altercation. Now, this altercation happened way back in elementary school. It was me, the girl Kaya, and the boy Didi. Alright, they was fake names I just made up. Kaya and Didi is fake names I just made up. Now, so me and Kaya, we was dating. We was dating. We was puppy love for real. So the boy Didi used to bring me and Kaya money every morning. Like every morning, like nonstop. I guess cause he was a generous person. So yeah, like he just used to bring his money every morning. So one morning, Didi had brought me and Kaya like big bills, like 20s and 10s and 50s and stuff. So we had got sent to the guidance counselor office. To come to find out, Didi took the big bills from his church. He stole that money from his church. And I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe he just stole the money from his church and gave us this money. But he stole it from his church. We did have to return the money to our guidance counselor because his parents had came up there and stuff like that. So it was like one afternoon, like an afternoon after in that day, the afternoon in that day, me and Kaya had got into it for real. So we was fussing and stuff like that. So we had kind of like splitted things out on separate ways. We had kind of went our separate ways from the relationship and stuff like that. So it was like we was getting into a little fuss, but later on that day we had talked on the phone. But later on that day that we had got into our altercation, me and Didi had got into it too. Like all three of us had got into it for real. So the next morning when we was arriving at school, like when we was coming to school, me and Kaya was like waiting at the little door part where we go inside the building to get to the classes and stuff. We was waiting, and that's when all these people was right there. So you know how when people around a lot of people, they'll try to show off and stuff like that. So Kaya tried to show off and say all this and do all this and push me around. So I let it slide for real. But when we got into the school building, we had went into the guidance counselor office again. And that's when she had talked to us. She was like, so what happened? Why this happened? Why y'all was doing this? Why y'all was doing that? And honestly, I really did not know because like later on that night we had talked on the phone, and in the morning time we got to school and she acted like we didn't talk on the phone and discuss it for real. So that was just crazy how she tried to pull that move on me. It was just crazy. I ain't know what happened for real. So we went into the guidance counselor office. She talked to us and stuff like that. And yeah, I was like, I really don't know what happened for real. Kaya, she the one who was trying to fight with me. I didn't want to fight with her because we had just talked on the phone that night. So what am I ready to fight you for? Well, we wasn't even going to fight. We was just arguing for real. So that's when later on that day, that morning day, when we had got into our little altercation, me and Kaya, later on that day when we had went into the classroom, Didi kept looking at me some type of way, trying to beef with me and stuff like that. So he kept looking at me and all this when we was in the classroom. So we had went to the little music room and stuff like that. He was like, yeah, really mean mugging me and all this, acting like I did something to him when he did something to us. He got us in trouble because he stole money from his church. So it was just crazy how he was mean mugging me and stuff. And I just wanted to know what was going on that whole day. Like why everybody got a problem with me? What happened? What I do? I'm not the one who stole the money from my church. You did. You gave it to us. So yeah, he just kept mean mugging. That's when we got down to the lunchroom. He all bumping past me and stuff like. You ain't gonna say excuse me, you just bumping past me and stuff like that. So I'm like, I honestly don't know what's going on. Like from this whole point after all the bump and the main mugging and all that, I don't know what's going on. I still don't know what's going on. He act like I stole money from his church and gave it to him or something. Like, you stole the money, you gave it to us. Like, I don't know why you so mad. You mad because you got in trouble for it? I honestly don't know why he mad. So, me and Kaya had met up right after lunch. We made up and stuff like that. We apologized, you feel me? Because it was puppy love, so you going to apologize and stuff like that. Obviously, we got back together and stuff like that. So, yeah, you're going to apologize. It was puppy love, so you're going to apologize and stuff like that. So, we apologized and all that. We get back into the classroom. We get into our math classroom. And that's when me and Kaya, like, right there talking and stuff. And Didi just, like, he act like he over on the other side whispering about us, saying stuff about us, like, oh, yeah, he acting like he doing it. But I don't know if he really was doing it. But from the looks of things, it looked like he was acting like he was doing it. So he just, like, going back and forth, like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, saying, like, little stuff. But I don't know if he was really saying it, because we're across the room. Like, this is me and Kaya, and this is Didi. Like, we're across the room, for real. So I really can't hear from across the room. So he just like, So yeah, then like after all that happened, when he was doing all that, the teacher said no talking, and that's when he all like he wasn't talking. It was us, and I'm like, how was that us? We was not talking just now, but he act like we was talking, but we wasn't. So we had switched classes. We switched from math to reading. When we had switched our classes, that's when all of it happened. Like the whole altercation thing. All this happened right here. So we get into our reading class. We like learning a little bit. Me and Kaya like at this table, Didi at that table for real. So we learned a little bit, and that's when all of a sudden Didi get up, he raised his hand, then got up, and like he was like, I think he was collecting the papers or something. No, he was collecting papers. He was collecting papers. He had came over to me and Kaya paper. He grabbed her paper normal. He snatched my paper, bumped my desk and all that. I said, all right, so what's the problem? Like, you acting like you had a problem with me the whole day. So I'm like getting up, addressing the problem. Like, why are you mad? He all like, oh, boy, you gonna fuck out. Oh, excuse me. Get the F out of my face. Blah, blah, blah. And that's what I'm like, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? He all like, you better go here somewhere, this and that. So I walked away. He tried to come up behind me, and like, what he do? He came up behind me, banged me on my arm for real. And that's when I turned around, I banged him. And that's when he like swung at me. He hit me in my forehead and stuff like that. And that's when I grabbed his shirt and I just started boom, 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 like bang, bang, banging him. And that's when the hall monitor had came in there, got me, and that's when our teacher had grabbed him. That's when I walked out, and that's when the hall monitor was like, what just happened between y'all and all this and that. And I was like, he act like he had a problem with me the whole day. He act like he wanted to fight me, so we just have fought. And that's when he going try to come out the classroom, but the teacher still got him. He all yelling, oh yeah, I'm gonna beat you up, this and that, you think you did something, da 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 da. And I just ain't say nothing. I just was like, I did what I had to do. I mean, you had a problem with me the whole day, not the other way around. So I just left it as that. He act like he still wanted to fight. I don't know if he did. He probably did, but he really didn't, because when we had came to school the next day, you know, we had to go in the little office spot. We had to sit down, talk about what happened and stuff like that. So we talked about what happened. You know what we did. We had addressed the problem, apologized, stuff like that. And that's how it was from there. We didn't want to beef after that and stuff like that. It was over. So yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the post notification bells, and stay tuned for more videos.
I'ma need a second. All this liquor got me second guessing, yeah. 95 shots.